He lived in an ordinary apartment. Quiet, polite, soft-spoken. For years, no one realized one of America's most disturbing criminal cases was unfolding behind that door. Jeffrey Dahmer is now known as one of the most infamous serial killers in U.S. history. Between 1978 and 1991, he murdered 17 males. Many met in ordinary places, malls, bus stops, bars. But what unsettles people most about this case isn't just the number. It's the psychological complexity behind it. Dahmer didn't fit the stereotype of a loud or outwardly aggressive criminal. Neighbors described him as withdrawn. Former classmates remembered him as awkward. He struggled with isolation for years, battling severe psychological disturbances that escalated over time. His crimes came to light in July 1991, when one intended victim managed to escape and alert police. What officers discovered inside Dahmer's Milwaukee apartment shocked the nation. It immediately became one of the most heavily covered criminal investigations of the decade. During his trial in 1992, Dahmer pleaded guilty but insane. Mental health experts testified about deep-rooted personality disorders and compulsive behavior. Ultimately, the court found him legally sane at the time of the crimes. He was sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms, totaling more than 900 years in prison. Beyond the headlines, the case forced serious conversations about missed warning signs. It also highlighted law enforcement response and how vulnerable communities were overlooked. Several victims were young men of color, and advocacy groups pointed to systemic failures. These failures allowed the crimes to continue longer than they should have. In 1994, Dahmer was killed in prison by another inmate. But the story didn't end there. Decades later, renewed public interest through documentaries and dramatizations has sparked debate. Many families of the victims have spoken out, asking that the focus remain not on the killer, but on the lives that were lost. And maybe that's the most important takeaway. This wasn't just a story about one deeply troubled man. It was about 17 individuals, sons, brothers, friends, whose futures were taken. When we revisit cases like this, it shouldn't be for shock value. It should be to understand warning signs, improve systems, and remember the people at the center of the tragedy. Because behind every headline, there are real names that deserve to be remembered.